Welcome to ET Markets Watch, the show about stocks, market trends, and money-making ideas. I am Bhaskar Datta, and here are the top headlines at this hour. Indian real estate attracted 4.3 billion institutional investments in 2021, says JLL. 53 million unemployed in India, says CMIE. Porsche India sales grew 62% in 2021. Harris to be Biden's running mate in 2024. Centre releases Rs 95,082 crore to states. India FY23 GDP growth seen 7.6%, says India Ratings. Let's take a quick glance at what happened on Dalal Street today. Bears continue to dominate Dalal Street, and the domestic equity markets extended their losing streak for the third consecutive session, as benchmark indices settled lower on Thursday. The geopolitical tension in Europe and the Middle East spooked the traders. Rising COVID cases in India added to their woes, while a poor set of numbers from India Inc. has disappointed many. IT, pharma and FMCG counters were under pressure, offsetting the buying in metals and IT stocks. The BSE Barometer Sensex gyrated in a range of about 1,000 points, but ultimately dropped 635 points to settle at 59,465. The index has shed over 1,850 points in the last three sessions. Its broader peer Nifty 50 dropped more than 180 points and settled at 17,757. Despite a 110-point recovery from the day's low, the index tanked about 550 points in the last three sessions. However, broader markets continued to outperform the headline peers. BSE Mid Cap Index settled marginally lower, but BSE Small Cap Index settled in the green. Fear Gauge India VIX eased mildly, but hovered near 18 levels. Among Sensex stocks, Bajaj Finserv led the losers, with a 5% fall. It was followed by Infosys, TCS, Sun Pharma and HUL, which dropped over 2% each. HCL Tech, Dr. Reddy's Labs, HDFC, Reliance, IndusInd and M&M shed 1.5 to 2% each. Wipro, L&T, Nestle, Titan, ITC, Kotak Mahindra, HDFC and Bajaj Finance declined almost 1% each. Meanwhile, Power Grid zoomed 5%, most among the gainers. Airtel added 2%, followed by a 1% rise in Asian Paints. Maruti, Ultratech Cement, ICICI Bank and NTPC were the only other stocks to settle in green. Close to 420 stocks hit upper circuit limits for the day, and about 320 stocks hit the lower circuit. Over 120 stocks tested their 52-week highs during the session. We have Vinod Nair from Geojit Financial Services to share his views on the day's action and the road ahead. Welcome to the show, sir. Markets pressed the panic button this week. What led to the free fall in indices?
Till last week, if we see, the Indian market was heavily outperforming the world equity market despite weakness in the global market. And it was supported by retail and domestic inflows, and in anticipation of good Q3 results and budget expectations. But now the global selling pressure has increased, and they are really concerned about the faster rise in the US Fed rate. And ultimately, as we all know, the global equity market is highly correlated. So now we are following in tandem with the weak global market.
With RIL's results tomorrow, how would you rate India Inc.'s performance in the first week of Q3 results?
Start to the Q3 results has been good. It is supported by the evergreen IT sector, and the overall expectation for this Q3 result is also very robust on a YOY basis. For example, the Nifty 50 companies constituent index is expecting the net profit to grow by 20-25% on a YOY basis this quarter, and this is very highly supported by the metals and energy sector. The energy sectors and the commodity sectors, they are up because of the high international prices, which may moderate in the coming months. And however, we should note that this high growth is due to the low base effect, and we are seeing some slowdown in growth on a QOQ basis. The slowdown is because of high raw material prices and supply constraint. We should expect the high inflation to impact the margins profitability in the short term, and a moderation in growth in the future.
We also caught up with Vaishali Parekh of Prabhudas Liladhar to decode the technical charts for you. Nifty 50 breached 17,800 levels during the session. Where is it headed now?
Nifty has broken the 17,800 levels and today it has closed below that. However, I see that intraday we saw a low of 17,650. A prominent support lies at 17,600 to 17,500 and that is where I think market should take a good support.
Nifty Bank has been relatively stronger later. What do the charts suggest about it?
Bank Nifty has broken the 38,000 levels and now it has closed at 37,850. I think the next prominent support, which was already tested 37,500 to 37,000 levels. So that should be the level where one should watch for good buying opportunities.
Asian markets settled mixed for the day. Major European markets were trading with cuts in the first few hours of trade. However, US stock futures were up, hinting towards a positive start to US equities later in the day. That's all for now. Do check out etmarkets.com for all the news, market analysis, investment strategies, and dozens of stock recommendations. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.